Hello there, my name is Rhiannon, and today we're going to be talking about the imposter effect, or imposter syndrome. And if you're wondering what imposter syndrome is, I've got two definitions right here. The first one from Wikipedia. Imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their skills, talents, or accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. And then the Urban Dictionary definition is when someone believes their own accomplishments were simply because of luck, tricking others into thinking they are intelligent, or timing, when in reality they did them on their own. It's most seen among people within higher education or high-achieving jobs. I've experienced this imposter effect for as long as I can remember now. It's been an ongoing thing, so today we're gonna talk about it a bit. I think growing up, the imposter effect comes a lot from the fake it till you make it attitude, or the dress for the job you want, not the job you have. And I think that thinking in these kinds of ways can lead you to having this imposter effect because you've been thinking that you've been faking it till you make it, when really, you've just been putting in hard work. So you hear fake it till you make it, and then you get recognized for something that you've accomplished, and you're like, nuh-uh, that didn't happen. And it's kind of a weird thing to be talking about right now, because even now my brain is telling me, shut up, you don't have imposter syndrome, because to have imposter syndrome, you have to be successful to have imposter syndrome. Basically, you have to be successful to think that you're not successful. Which is like the definition of imposter syndrome right there, but okay. I usually get imposter syndrome when I work on anything creative, if I do a YouTube video, or if I do a doodle, or if I do an animation, or if I do a video project for school, anything like that, and then I get the reaction to it from other people, and I'm like, I am a fake, you should not listen to me. And then I'll complete those projects, and it's weird because I can also be quite a bit of a perfectionist, which is weird because that means that when I'm working on something, I like to think that I am putting a lot of hard work into it, because otherwise I wouldn't do it at all if it wasn't to my standard that I have set. And then immediately, once it's finished, I completely undermine all of the hard work that I've just put into it. And instead I'm like, oh, I just got lucky. Oh, it's not that good. Oh, I'm a fraud. And then I finish it and I get any sort of positive feedback from it, and immediately it's like, it's nothing though. Another time that I notice it comes out a lot, my imposter effect or imposter syndrome, is when I'm sharing my more nerdy side with people for the first time. People can be very gatekeepy with their fandoms or things that they like to geek over, and if I come up and I say that I'm interested in these things too, half the time I'm just terrified that I'll be found out as a fraud. And sure, a lot of that could come from being a girl, and most of the time when you tell people that you like something that's more nerdy, it's immediately met with a bunch of questions, basically asking you to justify that you're actually a fan or prove yourself in some way. So yeah, being met with that every time you'd say that you like something growing up could be also what leads to feeling like you're a fraud, like you don't actually like it because people tell you you don't actually like it. But honestly, in my adult life now, I've noticed people are a lot more welcoming in their fandoms. If you find out that you have something in common with them, they're like, oh, you like this, I like this too, let's chat about it. And you actually make a friend or just feel welcome in the community. But then for some reason in the back of my head ticking away is, oh, you're a fraud, you're a fake, you don't actually like this even though you've liked it your whole life. So that leads to this next part, is what to do about imposter syndrome. Personally, I think positive affirmations are gonna be your friend. If you're someone like me who listens to ASMR, there are a ton of positive affirmations ASMR where basically you can just put it on and just listen to it, and it'll help you fall asleep, and then you're not even really listening to it after you've fallen asleep. It's just kind of playing and, you know, going into your subconscious, so that's like a really easy way to do it. Another way to do positive affirmations is just actually talking out loud to yourself, or surrounding yourself with people that will give you genuine compliments and people who actually believe in you and are, you know, basically just having a good support group, which I feel very blessed to have. My family and my friends have always been super supportive of anything that I've worked on, and I try to hold their opinions to a very high value, so I know that they're genuine. I find that super helpful. And if you don't have that and you don't think that you can really rely on your friends and family for that kind of support, I find reaching out to online communities really helps too. There's always a ton of Discord servers that you can join and meet like-minded people on. I found that a good place to check out for those are on Twitch streamers. Obviously don't join a server just to do self-promotion. That's not good, don't do that. But just being active in that online community and, you know, making friends that way can really help inspire you and keep keep you motivated. The next point I wrote down is try to focus on living your life only for you and nobody else, because you're the only person stuck with you until you die, so make it enjoyable. It's only human to have negative intrusive thoughts. What my therapist once upon a time told me that you can do about negative intrusive thoughts is like actually talk back to them. So the second a negative intrusive thought enters your brain, think something positive back at it. And that's not necessarily going to stop the intrusive thoughts from coming in, but it'll at least change your attitude around them and make it easier for you to recognize what's an actual critical thought that you're having versus what's just popping into your head as like, hello, self-esteem. And yeah, it's very normal to be very critical of your own work. We are our own worst critics, of course. Something else that I find really helps me is watching content creators that inspire me. Specifically when I'm feeling this way with like imposter effect acting up or anything like that, I will typically go to Kick the PJ or Michaela Long. Both of them preach very inspiring messages and their videos have a very high rewatch value. So I find that whenever I'm feeling this way, I can just go to their channel, and it's very good to find YouTubers and content creators that you feel this way about. That could also be musicians, that could also be streamers. It doesn't have to be YouTubers, but for me, it's mainly just going back and rewatching those videos because they make me happy and they remind me that I'm genuinely doing my best. So if you're someone who also experiences the imposter effect or imposter syndrome, I am here to also tell you that you're doing your best. And I know it's easier said than done, but don't be so hard on yourself. And when you complete tasks or projects or art or anything like that, you're deserving of recognition for it, you're deserving of feedback for it, you're deserving of praise for things that you work hard on, and you do work hard on it. This video kind of feels all over the place, but yeah, imposter syndrome is a complicated thing, but I don't know, at the end of the day, it makes me feel better talking about it, and then I don't feel it as much. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me right now. I'm sorry if this felt a little messy. It's a hard topic to go at. Not a lot of people talk about this. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please be sure to let me know by giving it a thumbs up, as well as commenting down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I like making advice videos as well as multi-fandom type videos, so if that sounds like your cup of tea, be sure to stick around, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Have a good night.